Hello students, so we are continuing with our types of chemical reactions. So we have discussed in the first class, we have discussed about the combination reaction. In the next class, we have discussed about the decomposition reaction. And the next type of reaction we are going to study is the displacement reaction. In the last class also I mentioned you have to write and study all the chemical reactions which is given in the textbook. I hope you are doing it. So we are moving on to the next type of chemical reaction, that is the displacement reaction. Okay students, so we have discussed about the two types of chemical reactions, that is the combination reaction and decomposition reaction. The next type of reaction that we are going to discuss today is the displacement reaction. Displacement reaction. Okay, this is the third type of chemical reaction, displacement reaction. So what is meant by a displacement reaction is that, we can look at the general formula of the displacement reaction. The general formula of the displacement reaction is AB plus C gives AC plus B. So this is the general formula of the displacement reaction. Now we can look at this reaction. AB plus C gives AC plus B. So there is a transfer of B and C takes place over here. In the place of B, what happened? C is attached. Okay, so there is this type of reaction, we call it as the displacement reaction. So when we look closer to this particular equation, we can define this equation as C has displaced. C displaces or C displaced B from AB, right? So this is what happened over here. C has displaced B from the compound AB. So this type of reaction we call it as a displacement. So one element has displaced the another element. So all the elements cannot displace like this. So there is a condition in which this displacement will take place. So displacement will take place only if, that means C displaced B. This will happen only if C is more reactive than B. So C is more reactive than B. If C is more reactive than B, then only C can displace B from the AB. Okay, so this type of reaction we call it as the displacement reaction. So we have studied about the reactivity series of the metals in the last class. So we know that which all metals are more reactive and which all metals are less reactive. So depending upon that, we can study more about the displacement reaction. So we can define displacement reaction as those reactions in which one metal displaces another metal from its solution. So this compound should be in the liquid state. So one metal displaces the another metal from its solution if that metal is more reactive than the other metal. Such type of reaction we call it as the displacement reaction. Now we can look at the examples one by one. First example that we are going to study is about the copper sulfate solution. Copper sulfate. So this is in the liquid state, aqueous. So this is an aqueous solution. So this is in solution. We know that copper sulfate has blue color. It has blue color. So when we dip iron into it, iron, Fe, iron is Fe. So when we dip iron into the bluish color of the copper sulfate, after some time you can see that this iron nail, on the surface of the iron nail, there is a brownish colored deposition has occurred over here. On the surface of the iron, you can see that its color has changed into brownish manner. What happened over here is that it has undergone displacement reaction. How can it undergo displacement reaction? Now, which are the two metals that we can compare here? We have the iron metal over here and we have the copper metal over here. We have studied that iron, Fe, is more reactive than copper. If Fe is more reactive than copper, what will happen? Fe can displace copper from its solution. So what will happen? In the place of copper, iron will get attached. So what will produce? Instead of copper sulfate, it will be iron sulfate, or we call it as the ferrous sulfate, FeSO4, plus which metal has got displaced? Copper, right? So we'll get the copper also like this. So this is an example for the displacement reaction. Okay, so copper sulfate, which is in bluish color, when we dip iron nails into it, after some time we can see that the bluish color of the copper sulfate will become dull, and there is a brownish deposition on the surface of the iron also. Why it is so? Because it will undergo displacement reaction. Since iron is more reactive than copper, iron will displaces the copper from its solution and will form FeSO4 and Cu. Okay. Now we can look at the next example. Next example that we are going to discuss is the copper sulfate. Copper sulfate. So when copper sulfate is dissolved in the zinc, so we have added zinc into the copper sulfate solution. Okay. So we are adding zinc into the copper sulfate solution. Again, this copper sulfate should be in its solution form, in the aqueous form. So that is another criteria for the displacement reaction. So a more reactive metal will displaces the less reactive metal from its solution. Such type of reaction we call it as the displacement reaction. We know that zinc is more reactive than copper. So what will happen? Zinc can displaces copper from its solution and will form zinc sulfate. Zinc sulfate formula is ZnSO4 plus Cu. Copper also will be formed. So this is another example for the displacement reaction. The last example that we are going to discuss is the copper chloride, CuCl2, copper chloride. It is reacting with lead. Lead chemical formula is Pb. So when copper chloride aqueous is reacting with the lead, which is a metal, what will happen? This also we know that Pb, lead is more reactive than copper. Since lead is more reactive than copper, lead can displaces the copper from its aqueous solution. We will get lead chloride, PbCl2. Pb will displaces the copper metal from its solution. So we will get PbCl2 and copper. So this is another example for the displacement reaction. The more important thing that we need to consider here is that we need to know the reactivity series of the metals. Which all metals are more reactive, which all are medium one, and which all are the lesser reactive metals. So depending upon that, more reactive metals can displace the lesser reactive metals from its aqueous solution. So we are comparing the two metals reactivity. If it is greater reactive means it can displaces the lesser reactive metal from its aqueous solution. Such type of reaction we call it as the displacement reaction. Now we can just look at your textbook.
Okay, let us discuss the questions that I gave you as the homework. So the first question is, a solution of substance X is used for whitewashing. Name the substance X and write its formula. Write the reaction of the substance X named in one above with the water. So a solution of substance X is used for whitewashing. What is that substance? The substance is calcium oxide and its formula is CaO. And how it is reacting with the water? It will react vigorously with the water to form calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide, we call it as the slaked lime. The chemical equation for that, CaO plus H2O gives CaOH twice. The second question, why is the amount of gas collected in one of the test tube in activity 1.7 double of the amount collected in the other? Name this gas. So, it was the water. Water contains hydrogen and oxygen in the ratio 2:1. So, that activity includes the electrolysis of water, electrolytic decomposition of water. So, hence the amount of hydrogen and oxygen produced during electrolysis of water is in the 2:1 ratio. So, during electrolysis, hydrogen will go to one test tube and the oxygen will go to the another. So, the amount of gas collected in one of the test tube is double of the amount collected in the other because it is in the ratio 2:1. Third question, why are decomposition reactions called the opposite of combination reaction? Write equations for these reactions. Decomposition reactions are those in which a compound breaks down to form two or more substances. So, these reactions require a source of energy to proceed. Thus, they are the exact opposite of combination reaction in which two or more substances combine to give a new substance with the releasing of energy. Decomposition reaction is an endothermic reaction, whereas combination reaction is an exothermic reaction. Give two examples also. The last question, write one equation each for decomposition reaction where energy is supplied in the form of heat, light or electricity. Then you can note down any of the reactions which is given in the textbook using one heat energy, thermal decomposition, using light, that is a photolytic decomposition, and using electricity decomposition using the electricity, that is H2O gives H2 plus O2. So, any three examples, each one from the heat, light and electricity. Let us look at the textbook now. So, we were discussing about the displacement reaction. So, this textbook we are starting by using an activity. So, take 3 iron nails and clean them by rubbing with sandpaper. Take 2 test tubes marked as A and B. In each test tube, take about 10 ml of copper sulfate solution. So, in this test tube, we have taken the copper sulfate solution. The 2 iron nails with a thread and immerse them carefully in the copper sulfate solution in the test tube B for 20 minutes. Keep 1 iron nail aside for comparison. After 20 minutes, take out the iron nails from the copper sulfate solution. Compare the intensity of the blue color of the copper sulfate solution in the test tubes A and B. Also compare the color of the iron nails dipped in the copper sulfate solution with the one kept aside also. So, this is an iron nail which is dipped in the copper sulfate solution. You keep it there for some time and see, observe what is happening over here. So, these are the experiment we have done. So, one is with the copper sulfate solution alone. This is the test tube A. In the test tube B, what we do? Copper sulfate solution plus the iron nail. So, after some time, when you look at the 2 test tubes, you can see that the copper sulfate solution in the first test tube will be like this itself, but in the another one, its color has changed. The bluish color of the copper sulfate has become faded. Why does the iron nail become brownish in color and the blue color of the copper sulfate solution faded? So, blue color of the copper sulfate has faded, then the iron nail. So, this is the iron nail which is dipped in the copper sulfate solution. So, iron nail, its color has become brownish in color. So, what happened? What is the reason for this color changes? So in this reaction, a particular displacement reaction has taken place. That is Fe, that is iron we have dipped in the copper sulfate solution. Since iron is more reactive than copper, iron can displace this copper. So what will happen? Fe will go and displace the copper. So it will be FeSO4 plus Cu. Okay. So in this reaction, iron has displaced or removed another element, copper, from copper sulfate solution. So this reaction is known as the displacement reaction. So what are the other examples of displacement reactions? So first one is zinc plus CuSO4 gives ZnSO4 plus Cu. Again, copper is displaced by the zinc. So zinc is more reactive than copper, that is why zinc can displace the copper. The next one is lead plus CuCl2 gives PbCl2 plus Cu. Again, Pb is lead is more reactive than copper, so copper will be displaced by the more reactive Pb. So it will be lead chloride will be formed over here. Instead of copper chloride, lead chloride will be formed. Zinc and lead are more reactive elements than copper, so they displaces the copper from its compounds. Now we were discussing about more reactive elements can displace the less reactive elements from its solution. So this reaction we call it as the displacement reaction. So it is important that we need to know about the reactivity series of the metals also. Which metal is more reactive, which is medium and which is lesser. Then only we can predict out whether a displacement reaction will takes place or not. So this is a chart which indicates the reactivity of a metal. So when you go down, the reactivity of the metals are getting decreased. So the first one, most reactive one is potassium, then comes sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminum, zinc, iron, lead, hydrogen, copper, mercury, silver and gold. So when a displacement reaction is taking place, if the iron is there, iron is more reactive than lead. So iron can displace the lead from its solution. But lead is less reactive than iron. So lead cannot displace iron from its solution. But iron can. Iron is more reactive, so iron can displace the lead, but lead cannot displace the iron. So this is the most important point in the displacement reaction. Which all metals can displace the which all elements. For that you need to study the reactivity series of the metals.